hub location, which is in Noida. This is a graphically representation of locations. Now coming to a very important slide, which is a slide of our network. We have, maybe by seeing this you will be able to get some little bit idea about the designing aspects of any network, any architecture. We have designed a truly redundant network. There are three ISPs, Reliance, Bharti, BSNL. They are coming, their optic fiber is being terminated to our server room. All these three ISPs, we have terminated to a device or redware, and we have merged all these three ISPs into a single pipe. That is what is called as a true redundancy. We have not segregated our network into three parts to give three different ISPs to different segments. We have made it a single pipe, and after that we have a firewall, two firewall in a really HF mode. That is also again a redundancy. Now this is a very important aspect of our network. Complete domain policies, complete content filtering is being done at a firewall level. Also, even my spoke locations, which are coming to my hub location, is also being terminated on my firewall. This is a very important aspect. Even any spoke location, this is a hub which is having a server zone, which is a highly critical activity. So even I have protected our hub location from my spoke locations also. Any spam, any virus can do anything with my server zone also. So even for taking any request from my spoke location, we first pass it through the firewall, get it sanitized server zone. After firewall, again we have a 2 Cisco layer 4500 switches, which is again in a redundant mode, and all my blocks is again connected with an optic fiber with core switches in a truly redundant mode again. At a block level, we have Cisco 3700 layer switches. We have VLAN segmentation for stopping broadcast. Reason of putting a layer 3 switches at the block level so that a local request need not to go there. We started talking about optimization and so on. So we have to really think of what are the requests we need to send it to the core, what are the requests which we can even handle at the block level. Now, security, a very important aspect of any network. Now it's a time of internet environment, and security is a prime concern for every IT user, every IT professional. These are the four general dimensions of the system security, which we might have all have heard of, which we might have heard, which we might have seen in the books, etc. Physical, personal, procedural, technical. I won't go in the details. Physical, I think all of us we do. Personal, yes, all of us we do. Technical, I think there is a big list of the solutions available in the market. There is a big list of the companies who provide various solutions. Procedural, which I would like to emphasize on it. Procedural is a very important aspect where we have to see, I will give you an example here. The thing which I had shown you in the earlier slide is a firewall. We get a 300 pages report from that firewall on a daily basis. Now think, are the really organizations who really go through these 300 pages on a daily basis? Have we seen our networks? Have we seen in our company how many attacks have happened to our network? Very rare. Yes, but after understanding this thing, we have deputed 2 persons regularly for evaluating those 300 pages where all kinds of reports comes. Who are the top 10 affected machines? Who are the top 10 bandwidth users? Which is the machine which is having a span? all kinds of, what you can imagine is coming on those 300 pages. But as you see, data is available. It has to be analyzed, it has to be made as an information which should be made available for the betterment of the networks. So this aspect is very important for any network, for any organization, what we believe. And keeping this thing in mind, we have created various policies, whether it is a hardware or it's a monitoring level or it is a daily, weekly, monthly monitoring. There was a very good study which has happened few days back. In fact, not few days back, a few years back. 9 out of 10 attacks. 9 out of 10 attacks happen to a known vulnerability. To a vulnerability whose solution is known to us. That is a fact at a ground level. So why can't we, patch all the systems? What we believe is first making a process and then automate that process, because the kind of number of users, the number of IT assets, what I have told you about our network. After a certain level, one has to automate complete system. But before automizing, at least there has to be some process in place. We have created, for example, admin password policy, where it is mandatory by a system for a user to change his or her password every fortnightly. That is also having a alpha number, a numeric number, and a special character itself. So these kind of restrictions, these kinds of policies can be created in any network, which ultimately results in a safety and security of the data of all the users. This is a brief details of the IT infrastructure at AMITY data center. As I said, 3 ISPs, 2 firewalls, switches. We have a blade servers. We have a Fortinet analyzer. It is a very important aspect which really analyze that information what we gather at a gateway level. Because getting a data, I think since yesterday we had seen so many stations, getting a data, use data is a one thing, but converting into a information which should be useful for betterment of your network is a very important thing. Yesterday there was one question on VMware also. So I would like to tell these organizations who have implemented virtualization on our network, which will be coming